Good evening. Welcome to Christianity Out Loud, or good morning if it's the morning you're listening. Hey, I normally have a topic each week, something that I'm prepared to talk about, and this week's no different. So this week, I'm actually going to dedicate this one to the trolls. Yes, you wonderful people who I've entertained for the past, little while now. Now, trolls. Excuse me. I don't have so much of an issue if people are going to sit and troll my social media sites. It's happened on GETTR. Not so much lately, but 6 months ago it happened a bit. That I take that for what it is about the name. Christianity Out Loud doesn't really leave you a lot of room to imagine what I'm about here. Partly why I named it what I did. Not so much on the other sites, but the past fortnight has been a bit of fun on the old Facebook page. If you're not following on either of those, I'll link to all the social media that I'm on down below. You can follow me on there. Contact me on there. Talk, chat, send links, etc. Happy to engage. Okay? I do have full-time work outside of this, as a side note. I'm sure we'd all love to be doing this full-time, but until that happens, full-time elsewhere. So, back to the main point here. Trolls. Now, I don't have an issue, right? You want to jump on my socials and have a go, by all means, go and have a go, okay? I generally don't read the comments. Now, I do. What I mean is I don't take them to heart, don't take them to mind. Say what you want to say, call me what you want to call me, agree, disagree, whatever. Don't really care, okay? Some positives on the YouTube, negatives on the whatever. Your opinion, okay? You're entitled to that. It's not going to concern me, right? Love me, hate me, all of that, okay? And I also can't complain too much because whenever, for some reason, thank you Facebook and your marvellous algorithms, if the Young Greens, Facebook page pops up on my feed for some reason, depending on the lunacy of whatever they're rabbiting on about on that particular day, I may jump in and do the aforementioned trolling. Put something like, I'm glad you're all happy to pay more for electricity prices. You really must have the high-paying jobs. Words to that effect, something like that, something that's a throwaway, harmless line because we've got to have renewables everywhere. We can't have coal, but we're darn sure not going to have a conversation about that nuclear power, any of that. I mean, we can't possibly go near that. If they were serious, they'd go straight down that nuclear route because it's the most affordable, cheapest, most efficient renewable that there is. That's an aside. Point being, I'll jump on their page and have a bit of a dangle a fishing line, have a bit of a troll, see if I can't annoy anybody to the point of them jumping all over me. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Whatever, okay? It's all about conversation as far as I'm concerned. But these two in particular, sort of my interaction with both of them I found quite interesting. And it wasn't so much my response, but it was theirs. One came over from, I believe they were both to do with something that Binary posted, and I responded to that or commented on that. And this one chap, who is named, no, I won't name him, I won't name them. Again, they're entitled to do what they want to do, right? Welcome to the online world. He followed me over to Christianity Out Loud's Facebook and started to go through all previous posts and comment and be very derogatory and Great. Marvellous. My point about that is he jumped straight to you are right-wing evil activist. And I went, okay, interesting. You don't display the love of Christ, love of Jesus, you're just hateful, blah, blah, blah. And I went, ticking off all of the buzzword boxes so far, and disappeared and hasn't been seen or heard of since. Great. The more traffic flowing to my socials, the better, as far as I'm concerned, positive or negative, whatever. And this other fellow decided to take me down a rabbit hole, but on the binary side. So to binary, my sincerest apologies. I had not intended for that to go some 100 and something comments later down a ridiculous logical fallacy that I was taken down. But anyway, I engaged. And yeah, wasting my time, maybe. Okay, maybe. But, point being, someone comes over to your site, your socials, your whatever, in real life. Okay? You happen to say in your workplace, I'm a Christian, you're an evil, hateful, bigot, or whatever. What is the appropriate response? I would say, for what it is worth, that if you're experiencing something like that, you're not alone. Okay, you're not alone. Secondly, I think it's about time that Christians, I won't be quite so crass, but Christians grew a bit of a backbone, a bit of a spine. You know, fight fire with fire, if you like, not literally in the Old Testament sense, eye for an eye and all of that. But, you know, someone's going to turn around and tell you, as they told me, that you're not Christian, you're just a hateful, right-wing bigot, or whatever the insult was. I go, okay, that's fine. So you believe in pedophilia? Well, what is it? Because are you going to sit here and tell me, since all of this came out of the binary site, that you're going to tell me that children under the age of 18 can consent? Oh, but fight fire with fire, gently, with grace, all of that. But don't roll over and be defensive, okay? I think it's high time there's a bit of offence that occurs here. Okay, I'm a hateful, but well, that's fine, but I don't really wish to see children surgically, chemically mutilated, castrated, and have ongoing dreadful health issues for the rest of their life, which, you know, if you want to advocate for that, well, I mean, all power to you, but I think you're very wrong. Some offence, okay? Gentle pushback. Well, not even pushback, just opposition comes and you're a wall. A brick wall. Okay? We got the truth. Okay? We have the truth. You don't need to be afraid of an answer. Anyway, this other fellow takes me down a ridiculous logical fallacy. Right? Started with, again, binary. They posted something about his two genders. Words to that effect. Anyway, I agree. Yeah, two genders. And it started with something along the lines of, is your God, do you believe your God is all powerful? Sure. Yeah, I do. Do you believe that, I'm paraphrasing here, but I'm skipping out a few. But I got to the point where I actually responded with, I sense logical fallacy coming here. I said, I'll play along, because that's right, I went backwards and forwards, and I said, do you believe your God's all powerful? I went, logical fallacy on the way here. I'll play along. Yeah, my God is all powerful. He said, do you believe your God could change a man into a woman? That must have been where I went illogical fallacy here. And I said, oh, I'll play along. Yeah, sure. I believe he could. Response was, therefore you believe men can change into women. No. No, I don't. So you don't believe your God's all powerful? And you can guess how the next 100 or so posts went. And I think he lost patience. Yeah, I'm assuming his gender. He lost patience, or binary kicked him off, or something happened, but he hasn't responded since. About 2 days ago. That was after, the best part of probably 2 weeks of just ridiculous, illogical circle that he went round. Now, why am I speaking about that? Well, again, I'm not going to concede, and this is where he was trying to catch me. He was trying to catch me with trickery of language, and I don't play that game. Okay, so I wrote a book. It's been published. The publisher described it as thoughtful, academic, and words to that effect. Right? Can't remember the exact quote. Pity. But it was words to that effect. Right? In other words, the publisher went, yeah, this is intellectual. This is good. Okay, so don't argue with me regarding language. Could God change a man into a woman? Yeah, he could. He is that powerful. He is. He created the universe. Where this gentleman was missing the point was, will God? And the answer obviously is no. How do I know? Because it hasn't happened. That's how. And of course that wasn't satisfactory, so you believe a male rib can become a female. You believe all of this, and okay, entertain, play along, whatever. I'm not going to be rude, but I just take this as an encouragement. All right. 2 things. 1, don't be tricked up with language. These are postmodernists, right? Postmodernists do not believe that there is any objective truth in language. Okay? There is no objective meaning in language. There is no objective truth. Words mean whatever I want them to mean, which is why you can say, yes, I don't really agree with gay marriage, and they go homophobic. And you go, that means I have an irrational fear of gay people, and I don't, therefore I'm not homophobic. And they go, are you bigoted? No, I'm not. I'm not discriminating against anybody. You live your life, you do what you want to do. I am saying that institution is between man and woman. That's how to combat. Don't go defensive. Oh no, I have these friends and I love everybody and all. That does not work. Gone are those days where the responses could be the gentle types. Obviously, it's going to depend on who you're talking to. All right? But somebody that is coming with such confident opposition, okay, that's fine. You have the scriptures behind you. You have the truth behind you. You know that there are 2 genders, either from an evolutionary standpoint or a creation standpoint. Either way, take your pick. That's what you can argue. Take your pick. I believe God created the man and woman. I believe they evolved into 2 genders. There's not a third, right? Nobody has transitioned from one to the other naturally without chemical or surgical intervention, and they actually haven't changed. It hasn't happened. It hasn't happened. Caitlyn Jenner, who I will refer to as Caitlyn because you can change your name to whatever you want. Caitlyn Jenner is still male. Just putting it out there. The genetics haven't changed. The chromosomes hasn't changed. The DNA hasn't changed. Can't happen, right? So, my encouragement, if you are dealing with any of this sort of rubbish in your workplace because you don't happen to work in a nice Christian, tolerant, diverse, equitable workplace. If you happen to work anywhere in the Victorian government, say, and you happen to be a person of faith, best of British luck to you, and I will keep praying for you. Okay? Or in Queensland as well. My encouragement would be just don't play defense. If these people want to sit and accuse you of all sorts of right-wing, insert phobic and bigoted behaviour, that's fine. Play along. Play back. Okay? What's the response? I don't believe in mastectomies for 13-year-old girls. Oh, but that's not happening. Oh, well, why is the law on the books? Why is the law allowing it? If it's not happening, then we don't need that law. But I don't agree with it. You must agree with mastectomies for 13-year-old girls. I mean, I think that's terrible. How can you carve up the body of a perfectly healthy 13-year-old girl? That's just disgraceful. Offence. Okay? Offence. Gentle, but offence. And don't allow postmodern language to get the better of you. Just don't. These people will try and tie you in knots, right? They'll try and say, "Oh, you like happen. You believe man can change into a woman. You said so yourself." I said, "No." I said, "God can." "Oh, therefore you believe it can happen." "No, I didn't say that." "So your God's not all powerful." "No, He is." "Therefore you believe this can happen." "No, I don't." "Therefore God's not all powerful." "Yeah, He is." "God could also make me fly, but I can't fly." "Oh, you believe you can fly." No. Your postmodern language games are not going to work with me or with anyone else. Okay? So that is my encouragement. To the trolls, troll away. Okay? Anyone trolls you and your sites? Does it really matter that much? Because it doesn't worry me. In fact, the only way Jesus defeated bad ideas was by communicating better ideas. So I say, troll away, comment away, argue away. If I can change one person's perspective, or I can get one person to look at it the other way, I'll take that as a win. So, until next week, all fans and all detractors, all trolls, God bless you.